Welcome back. We're here for another good home style cooking, man. We're here today to show off my great grandmother's recipe for cabbage greens and my mom's little twist to some meatloaf. And I'm here to introduce the main star of the show, besides myself, my lovely mother, Christine.
Hello and welcome back. Like my son said, today we are going to make cabbage greens and my twist on my grandmother's meatloaf recipe, which she made the best, but I wanted to add a few different things to it. I have got, I'm going to use these large green onions. Also have a noonday onion, some poblano peppers. I'm going to use these instead of bell peppers. Also, I've got a jalapeno pepper and a large Jacksonville tomato. Of course, we have our cabbage, and I'll show you how to cut that up. And I'm going to season it with pork jolts. Ingredients that I'm going to need for the meatloaf is 2 pounds of ground chuck, crushed red pepper. My husband calls this "Who's Your Sister" sauce. I want to say it's called, you pronounce it Worcestershire sauce. Of course, black pepper, garlic powder, granulated onion powder, salt. I'll need some milk for my meatloaf, some cherry tomatoes as well, and some vinegar for the cabbage.
And the saltine crackers.
Yes.
Alright.
Okay, well, let's get started. So I failed to mention earlier that one of our star ingredients is garlic. So I've actually chopped up a whole clove of garlic. I'm sorry, a whole head of garlic, because I'm a garlic fanatic. Also, I didn't use all the poblano pepper. I did leave some. I got the ends of the large green onions. And I also did about half of the jalapeno pepper. I have got my noonday onion chopped up and my tomato. So let's get started. So you get a large bowl, and we're going to add 2 pounds of ground beef. Let me take my ring off because this can get messy. You can use gloves if you want to, but I don't mind getting down in there.
So the question is, I'm wondering how we're going to mix all this stuff together.
Oh, we're just going to add the ingredients.
So for to get messy.
Yes, it will. Garlic. So I'm just going to use my board and slowly take stuff off.
Okie dokie. What's going first?
The poblano peppers first.
Okay.
The jalapeno. I mean, there's really no order. You're just getting everything in there. That's our noonday onion. And I know we talked about it on other videos, but we live in Texas and we're close to Noonday, Texas, where they have really good onion, and then we're also close to Jacksonville that has tomatoes. And I just love the way this looks. It's just something almost like you would wanna, like a garden almost. So what I do initially is I'll start to go ahead and blend.
Lord.
Yeah, you have to get in there. You have to get in there. So I'm kind of going. I noticed it easier if I go from the outside and then go in, because I can get the vegetables mixed in with the meat better that way.
So can you ever add too many things to your meatloaf?
Not at all. To me, a meatloaf is almost like, what do you have? What do you want to put in there? Kind of like making an omelet.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so once I've gotten that kind of the way I want it, let me rinse up a little bit. And I want to do some seasoning. Yes, my grandmother, she taught me how to, because some people actually chop their vegetables up really small in their meatloaf, and then some people actually saute it, the vegetables, but none of that. I like my vegetables on the bigger side where you can see them. So now I'm going to start adding my seasoning, and I don't use measuring spoons normally. I got eyeball mine. So first it's going to in my Who's Your Sister sauce.
Hold on.
I'm going to do some coarse black pepper. If I had to guesstimate these amounts, I'd say maybe a tablespoon to 2. Salt. I wouldn't add a lot of salt initially, because the saltine crackers also have salt in them. And we're going to be putting those in there too. So this I'm going to kind of gauge if I had to. This is about a tablespoon.
Whole thing I'll give you credit on. You do use salt.
Tablespoon. And then we are going to do, this is our garlic powder. I'm also going to do some onion powder in there.
This is what I always wondered. How do you put crackers in there?
I know. Well, the reason I do crackers is because I don't put eggs in mine. And so you need a binder. You need something that's going to hold the meatloaf together. And I'm going to do this, but you don't want to over mix it, because it'll take like the tenderness out of it. So that's why I'm doing it, but trying not to do too much kneading it. So as far as the crackers go, you're basically waiting until you feel a consistency to where it can hold into a loaf. So I've got a half of a packet because I buy mine in the smaller boxes. So what I do is I'll get maybe 4 or 5 at a time, and I will start breaking them up. Had a lot of meatloaves. I don't mind You know, whoever puts eggs in theirs, that's just not the way I was taught how to make it. Then always keep in mind, too much will make it too firm. Some people use breadcrumbs. I gave a longer recipe that was talking about maybe use even some Italian breadcrumbs. You can use so many different things to add. I just use ground beef, but you can do ground turkey. Okay, so next I'm gonna add, this is where the milk comes into play. This is gonna actually help moisten, and then also it helps with these crackers. Then also some people use, not breadcrumbs, but like, I guess bread that maybe they toasted or something.
How you know how much milk to put in it?
Enough to saturate basically the saltine crackers. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna start doing most of my mixing. So I make sure those crackers are dispersed throughout it. A little elbow grease, but that never hurt anybody.
Yeah, get me tired looking at you.
You know, you get a workout in the kitchen if you think about it.
True. When our first video, I was tired.
Yeah, it's work, but it's worth it though. Yeah, it shows your family love. So what I can do is I'll kind of test mine. I'll be like, okay, what if I did this with this stand up? Okay, I decided to add a few more crackers. I've added, this will be 7 more. But maybe it needed a little bit more.
So what are you looking for whenever you try standing up in your hand?
Just for it to, you want it to hold together, basically.
What's the difference between using eggs and crackers?
It's your preference. I prefer not to have egg in my meatloaf. So this is good to go. Okay, so how you make your loaf. Sorry, I gotta keep rinsing throughout this process. Now I'm ready for the loaf. So I'll make an area so you can have a better view. And so basically what I'm going to do is divide this in half, because I'm going to make 2 loaves. Kind of flatten it out. Just divide it in half equally.
Good Lord.
And your loaf is actually almost made for you. And so now you can put these in a loaf pan if you would like, but I just use this container here. And you're just shaping it the way you want to shape in a loaf. It ain't gotta be perfect. But you're basically looking for this. All those vegetables cooking there, and oh gosh, it's so good. We're also gonna make a glaze to put on top. We're not gonna put the glaze on initially, but we'll let it cook for a little while first and then put it on. Like you're making a huge meatball.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I would've gave up by now.
Oh, it's doable. This takes a little bit of patience. We gonna make it. Okay, I did go ahead and I'm ready to put this in the oven. I did go ahead and have some of my cherry tomatoes. I put some garlic powder on top of those. I'll probably add a little salt as well. Just let them release their juices in there. And some black pepper. And into the oven we go. And this oven is preheated to 375. And we're gonna let it go uncovered for 40 minutes. In the meantime, I've had my salt joel cooking. I've already parboiled it, boiled the first water off of it. I did explain how to cook salt joels in a previous video where we made greens and oxtails. And so I'm getting ready to add the cabbage here in just a little bit. And I'm going to show you guys how to cut the cabbage. Okay, as promised, I'm going to show you an easy way to cut a cabbage. It's not hard. Got to rinse it off on the outside a little bit. And we're going to rinse it again, of course, once I get it cut up. Oh, this one actually is almost perfect. You want to cut some of this off. I guess the core. Well, I'll try to see it. That one did have, some of them have it really sticking out. The greens that you can pull back, you can pull off. And you can find a cabbage that has more of a greener leafy part, will be good. And those that you can pull off easily, you're gonna roll and cut in strips. Once you got your head here, you're going to cut it in quarters. And sometimes you got to kind of work with it because the cabbage can be kind of tough. So I'll try to work my way around it and get it going. The struggle is real, guys, but it won't last too long. Hopefully. That's the hardest part, is just getting it in half. Now I'm quartering it. And that is easy. Cut it into some strips. You don't want it too thin. So about this diameter. We just keep going. And as far as the core is concerned here, you don't want to put all of that in there, but I would put some just because it'll help the cabbage not fall apart. Like there's a hard part in it. Because cabbage will cook fairly quickly once you get them going. And I know cabbage are nothing like greens. You don't have to worry about a lot of dirt and sand and all that stuff. I'm still going to rinse them thoroughly though. And once I've washed them well, to make it easier, I'm just going to bring my pot to me. It's a salt joel that we've been working on. I did put some red pepper flakes in here as well. Okay, so I'm going to start putting my cabbage in. And you're basically just breaking apart here. And we're going to do all of our pieces. And then we're going to put this back on the stove and let it come to a boil. And at this point, you're probably going to have to end up adding some more water. But let's get it back over here first. get? I'm gonna grab a spoon. I'm just gonna move this around a little bit, see how much I got. No, because if you're making cabbage green, so we're not smothering it. Grab some more water.
Is there like a certain height you're looking for?
Right, I'm right now here. I'm at here.
Okay.
But cabbage will make some juice as well, so that's why I'm being careful, and I'm gonna let that come to a boil, and then I'm gonna season it as well, and I will be right back. Okay, so next I'm going to show you how to make the glaze for our meatloaf. We're going to get 3/4 of a cup of ketchup. Sorry, this thing is coming out at its own pace. I don't want to reveal my age, but I don't know if y'all remember the Heinz commercials where he waited probably about 10 minutes for his ketchup to come out because it was so thick. But y'all know who y'all are out there. Long as we know the truth. Long as we know. We don't have to be exact, but we're trying to get around 3/4 of a cup. Okay. I'm going to use 1.5 teaspoons of vinegar. That's for a little bit of zest. And then gonna do 2, 3, 4 of some brown sugar, and then I'll taste it and I'll adjust it as I need to, but we're gonna just mix all that together. How is everyone out there today? Hope you're having a good day.
Got some home style cooking going on.
Well, that always makes your day better. I mean, to me, cooking is love.
Right.
It's a way to show love to your family. It's a way to spend time together.
And fills the house with a good smell.
Mm-hmm. It ain't fast food.
How we looking?
Looking pretty good.
What we need to add?
Oh, that's what I'm tasting here. I'll do a little more brown sugar. I just love brown sugar. I was looking at some different recipes and they were saying you can add barbecue sauce if you want to, garlic powder.
That's honestly why people use ketchup on meatloaf in the first place.
Apparently you can put it inside of the meatloaf if you want to.
You lying.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Okay. So that is ready to go. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm checking on my cabbage right now. Which I have this at a boil. You gotta let it get pretty hot and going.
Is that about how much water you need to have in there?
I may still end up adding some more, but at the same time, I've got to start seasoning it. I usually add the little green peppers, but I don't have any. Probably end up with a little more water. A few more crushed red pepper flakes, since I don't have the little green peppers that I use. I'm going to do some crushed black pepper. Ooh, like granulated garlic. I'm not going to add salt until it softens and I can taste it, because that salt Joe has salt in it. It's packed in salt, and of course I took that off first. I do need some brown sugar. I'm going to add some initially. I bet you that's not going to be enough. And at this point, I'm going to reduce the heat some. Maybe a medium. And I will be back. Hi guys, so this has been in the oven for about 45 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and put the sauce on. And then you can always save some of this sauce for serving as well. Oops, I'm making a mess over here.
We start to have fun in the kitchen.
Yeah. Well, I might not have any left for serving, but...
Hey. Depending on how big the party, I mean, it's just me and you.
Right.
Alright.
And then, got that on top. I'm gonna put this back in the oven for probably about 20 minutes. And I'll be back. Okay. Looking back at our cabbage, our finished product, and looks good. You season it to your own taste. I did end up putting some more salt as well as garlic powder for my own taste, but this will be your final product. And we just have a few more minutes and the meatloaf will be ready. Okay, so our meatloaf is ready. About to pull it out of the oven now. looks good. Okay, here's our finished product. Here's my grandmother's cabbage greens with salt joe and hot water cornbread. And here is my twist on her meatloaf. I hope you guys will take time out to try this recipe and let us know what you think. Thanks.